G'day guys and welcome back to the Bulldog Fanatic YouTube channel. It's your old pal Nico here, and in today's video we are going to preview the massive Friday night clash of round 2 between the Adelaide Crows and the Western Bulldogs at the Adelaide Oval. Let's get into it. So both teams are coming off massive wins last week. Adelaide coming off a really good win at the MCG and finally beating Collingwood for the first time in over a decade. About time they'd done that, and a really good win considering they don't have Isaac Rankin, a few of their other key players out like Mark Keane, Mitch Hinge and Dan Curtin. So really good win by the Crows, especially in that second half. They really put Collingwood to the sword in that second half. Collingwood made a little teasy comeback in the last quarter, but Adelaide held off pretty well. As for the Bulldogs, they are coming off a massive 81-point win against the GWS Giants at Marvel Stadium. Just another dominant win by the Dogs against the Giants, really, and I already reviewed that if you haven't checked it out already. So yeah, both teams are in really good form and should set up a really intriguing battle on Friday night. So, a fun fact about this game is that this is only the 4th time the Crows and the Bulldogs play each other at the Adelaide Oval since the Adelaide Oval came back in 2014 and was newly renovated and stuff. So yeah, they haven't played each other too much at the Adelaide Oval in this time. The Dogs have mainly played Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval since the Adelaide Oval has become a permanent fixture in 2014. So yeah, and the Crows usually come to Victoria, whether it be Marvel or Ballarat. So we go over there, and last time we went to the Adelaide Oval, we lost in 2024 when we were fighting for a top 8 spot while the Crows were in the bottom 4, and we lost by 40 points. That was not good. And fun fact, the last time the Bulldogs beat Adelaide, in Adelaide in general, was in 2010 at Amy Stadium, 17 years ago. Absolutely crazy. I wasn't even watching footy properly back then, and I was only 7 years old. So it really has been a long time between drinks since the Dogs have beaten the Crows in Adelaide. And I think the only player from either team that was on a list for either list was Tex Walker. That for Adelaide. That's how long ago it was that the Dogs has beaten the Crows in Adelaide. Absolutely insane. The Dogs lost to the Crows last year at Marvel Stadium the last time we played. In round 18, we lost by about 14 points, but really, Adelaide controlled the game most of it, especially after quarter time. And what was it? It's because they pretty much broke even with us in the midfield, and they got it in there enough. And a lot of their forwards, particularly their tallers, were isolated on our key defenders, which led to Riley Thilthorpe kicking 6, Fogarty kicking 3, Darcy Fogarty, and Texwell kicking 2. So that is one thing I'm absolutely terrified about, is that our key defenders have been really good so far to start the year, but this is their biggest test yet because they're up against a monstrous forward line in the LA Crows at their home deck. Especially Riley Thilthorpe. That guy absolutely terrifies me because he's such a good contested mark. He's so tall, so athletic, and he's a beautiful set shot. And he'll probably go in the ruck at times as well, Riley Thilthorpe. So yeah, I'm absolutely terrified of the Crows monsters, but hopefully we don't concede too many goals to their talls, and hopefully a lot of their entries are not silver servers to their key forwards. In terms of changes for Adelaide, they're going to get Isaac Rankin back in after he's served his 5-game suspension from late last year for his homophobic slur. So he makes a huge impact for Adelaide. He's either their best, second or third best player. So yeah, it's going to be a massive inclusion for Adelaide, especially at home in front of their home faithful. As for the Bulldogs, well, at the time of recording, team lineups are not out yet, but I suspect Jordan Croft, if he's fit to go, will come in for the debutant Will Lewis, who was okay, but I do think Croft is the better player, and he's probably, got better capabilities for the side. And I don't know if Artie Jones will come back in. If he is fit to go, I don't know who we take out for him. So I really don't know what's going to happen with selection, but I shouldn't expect any surprise ins or outs really for both teams. So that is from the selection side. So both teams, well, Adelaide going to get a huge in. The Dogs are probably going to be a very similar side to the last couple of weeks, which is very good because we got really no injuries from last week's game. Will Lewis had a huge clash, with Harry Himmelberg and Jane Laverde, but it wasn't concussion. It was just a big cut on the eye right here. So he is all good to go if he does get picked, Will Lewis. The one thing I noticed about Adelaide against Collingwood was that they were using their halfbacks more to drive their ball movement, especially Wayne Miller and Josh Roll. Like, Wayne Miller played the game of his life last week, having over 30 disposals and gaining so much media reach and using the ball really, really well. So I am a bit nervous about him, as well as Josh Roll. Josh Roll's an absolute freak of a defender. So I am worried I'm worried the Crows ball movement could catch us out if we're not careful. So, yeah. I am a bit nervous about that, but you got to embrace these challenges, and I'm very much embracing this challenge of playing the Crows at the Adelaide Oval, and I'm quite confident we can stop them. We can stop them in their traps in their first home game at the Adelaide Oval. I think it will be a high-scoring shootout tomorrow. The conditions tomorrow in Adelaide are beautiful and dry, and given the way both teams play and given the four lines both teams, show, I think this could be a really high scoring shootout. I wouldn't be surprised if the final score is like 130 to like 115 or 120. I really wouldn't be shocked. I think it is going to be an absolute high scoring shootout, which is good for the neutrals. But as a Dogs fan, this will be a fun but nervous watch, in my opinion. Obviously, Marcus Bontempelli was unbelievable last week. So do Adelaide tag him? Do they put any attention into him? Adelaide didn't really put any attention to Nick Dacos. So I don't know if that changes with Bont. They run not like a proper tag, but they play with someone at him at stoppage just to stop his influence, because Bont's influence from stoppage last week was amazing. So I don't know if Adelaide do that, but if Bont gets tagged, it's not the end of the world, because he might play some time forward, and that allows the other midfielders like Ed Richards, Liver, and Matt Kennedy to really shine. So I'll be interested to see if Adelaide do that. And of course, one of the other bigger talking points is the battle of the two monster key forwards that will be probably the two best key forwards over the next 5 to 10 years in Riley Thilthorpe for Adelaide, and of course Sam Darcy for the Bulldogs. Thilthorpe kicked 6 last time they met, and Darcy only kicked 2 goals, so he won the battle there. They may play each other in the ruck a few times, which will be interesting to see. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see how the Thilthorpe and Darcy battle goes, even though obviously they're playing at opposite ends of the ground most of the time. Who will kick more goals? I don't know, but I think they'll kick quite a few goals tomorrow, both of them. So, final thoughts on the game, guys. I'm really excited for the game. If the Bulldogs win this game against the Crows, it'll be the first time we go 3-0 for the first time since 2021. So that is really exciting, but I got to keep a lid on it, So yeah, should be a very, very interesting and hopefully fun game to watch. But hopefully we get the chocolates in Adelaide for the first time in 5 years. So yeah. That's it, guys. That is my preview done. The review will come out. A little short review will come out on the Friday night or Saturday morning, and my proper review of the game will come out probably sometime over the weekend, most likely Sunday. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the preview. And as always, go you mighty Bulldogs. See you next time.